Let me hit record. Let me mute out. Okay, awesome. So welcome to our Sunday night call. And every Sunday night we have a systems call, which can be found on hbteam.co, password starfish. And basically the systems are how to post on Facebook, how to coach someone effectively, how to walk someone through their back office. And it's really important tools and skill sets. But every now and again, I think that the connection piece is really important because, I mean, most of us came here as product users. And I think that once you have a great product experience, you kind of want to share it with the world. But I also think that for us, it's really inspiring to keep those stories going, to keep sharing, because those stories are not only what brings us here, they're what gets our friends here, and they're also what keeps us here, right? Our stories inspire the world. So I've asked a couple people just to jump on and share their story with you tonight. Some of the girls that I've asked have been here with me for over 4 years, and so their stories are very impactful and they're very knowledgeable. And I've also asked some new people to speak because I think their stories are equally as important. And I mean, the reason why my team grew as big as it did is because I plug people into these team calls, because I bring people at all costs to these events. It's super important. In the world that we live in, it's just really nice for us to feel like we are a part of something bigger than us. And any time that I found success or became successful with my health, with my wealth, with anything, it was always when I was pouring strength and belief into somebody else. And I think by you being here tonight and by sharing your story, first of all, it grows your confidence, but you never know who you're going to inspire through your journey. And you might think it's no big deal, oh, big deal, I lost 40 pounds. But for somebody else who's stuck and struggling and praying for that little bit of hope, your story is a big deal. Your story is going to resonate with someone on the team who might need that little extra push, who might need that little bit of extra love. So I'm going to start with Vicky Brunetti. She has bronchitis and put in a special request to go first. I'm not favoring her. But I met Vicky through her mom. Her mom was actually my daughter's kindergarten teacher. And she was one of the first to join me when Mrs. Brunetti said to her, "Oh my God, you have to see Mrs. Maresca. She just lost weight. She looks great." And at that time you were struggling. So just share with the team how you've come to find out about Isagenix and where you were at and how long you've been here, what your results are to date, because you've done amazing.
Thank you, Ange. I love seeing all the new faces, I have to tell you. It's pretty exciting. So welcome, everyone, especially if it's your first time getting on a team call. That's pretty awesome, right? So I came about finding Isagenix. I was hearing about it from a few different people. One, like Angela said, my mom told me about Angela's progress and just was so excited for her because she saw the difference before her eyes. January, it was like March, and then June, she's like, you got to reach out to her. And at that time, about maybe, 5 to 10 of my friends on Facebook were starting with Isagenix as well. But Angela was the one that kept following up with me. So it was right after I saw this picture of myself. How many of you that are on the program or have started, lost weight, hid from pictures prior, right? Cutting yourself out, cropping. I mean, I know now we have all these filters, but you really can't filter out your body that much. I saw pictures of myself for my daughter's pre-K graduation. I already had my second daughter, so that's why I should backtrack a little bit. I gained a lot of weight with my second pregnancy, and I couldn't lose it. But I didn't reach the breaking point until I saw the pictures of myself on Facebook. And, I had a lot of friends at the time, mom friends. They were like, oh, don't worry, that's how moms are supposed to look. You're supposed to be wearing mom jeans, and I was still wearing maternity jeans. It was 6 months later. I literally called Angela and I was like, listen, whatever we got to do, I need to do this immediately and get started. So I was at a really low point. I tried Weight Watchers. I tried a few different programs, did not lose anything at all. I needed the culture. I needed the support. I needed the Facebook group was only five. I remember I was like number 505 that I entered that Team New Life, New Me. I was only number 505. So sometimes it's crazy that I can't even wrap my head around that. And now we're at, I don't know, is there 12,000? I'm not sure how many people are in that group right now. But I really depended a lot on the support from Angela, from other teammates. And within the first week of having the products in my body, I felt absolutely amazing. Like I'm sure almost everyone on here has felt as well. You know, I was very dependent on Starbucks coffee every single day. I was getting a venti caramel macchiato. I quit that. The migraines, I used to have Excedrin migraines. I used to walk around with it in my bag. All that went out the window. I never drank water. This program really taught me, and Angela could vouch for me on that with my water. I'm really strict in making sure that I get down, always posting different bottles and different ways to flavor it up and things like that. But the program, the culture, the community really impacted my entire life. I think that's me, and sorry, I think because I'm still logged into Facebook, maybe. The beeping. So I lost my first week about 7 pounds. I think my first month about 15. And I was like to Angela, wow, this is pretty incredible. You know, to lose 15 pounds in 1 month. And I went from a size 12 to a size 8. And for me, that was even a bigger deal because a lot of these programs you're losing the numbers on the scale, but not really the inches. So, and that's what I always tell my teammates and all my new clients, don't be a prisoner of the scale. Make sure you're doing your measurements, and you never know, you might be down 5 pounds, but be down a pant size. So after the first month, I really felt like, wow, I could totally do this. My husband, who wasn't supportive at all in the beginning, thought I was nuts for, getting involved in this. After the first month, he's like, wow, I really can't believe the difference. Do another month. And little by little, people started noticing. I put my first Facebook post up on there, and boom, like people I haven't seen since elementary school, like, what are you doing? My first couple, I got them started right off the bat. I'm sure Angela remembers Gabby and her husband. They're still down 35, 40 pounds from 4 years ago. And they said it really changed their marriage. They lost the weight together. They got healthy together. They have that once a week date night together. Those are people, like, I can't imagine how many lives have changed all because they've said yes through me, from saying yes to Angela for starting this program. It's really been really life-changing and absolutely incredible, amazing for my kids to see me. My kids, I don't know if anybody saw her live over the summer. They were fighting over who was going to do an Isagenix video. They know all the products. They know about the compensation plan. It's really become a family affair, and everybody's on board. My husband, the kids, everybody's very supportive now because they've seen how it's changed my life physically, emotionally, financially. I'm a completely different person because of Isagenix.
How much have you lost to date?
38 pounds.
And maintained it for 4 years. And what I want to share with you guys is that Vicki was a caseworker for child abuse, just like I was. And so this isn't someone who did this for the money. She did it because she genuinely felt great and loves helping people. Her husband has a successful business. And I remember going to your house for a party on Memorial Day weekend, because being together for 4 years, guys, you're going to make some good friends here. My ISA family is my family. There's no line through it. We are all really good friends. I remember your Russian mother-in-law whispering in my ear, she's an accountant. She said, I'm going to kill her. And I'm like, why? She goes, because she makes too much money with Isagenix. So how much have you made to date in 4 years, approximately?
Like close to 200 or 300. I don't know, off the top of my head. Last year was over 100. So I think
about 250K in 4 years.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I love that. I mean, for you, this is just, you know, you weave it into the pockets of your life. You're very involved with the PTA, with your daughter's dancing school. And I love that this hasn't taken away from your family. In fact, it's given you the ability to do more, to travel, to enroll them in all these wonderful things. And so I'm just incredibly proud of you to create $250,000 to bless so many people, to lose 40 pounds and keep it off is just such an incredible, incredible achievement. How many people in your downline, do you know?
Yeah, almost 6,000.
That's amazing, Vicki. You have a lot to be proud of.
Thank you.
So tonight you want to highlight a special lady on your team, and you and her go back. Yeah? So
yes.
Go ahead.
So I invited two people on for tonight, but first I'll start off with Michelle Glantzman. So I met Michelle through a mutual friend who also has done the program. And I babysat for her son, Dylan. Okay, I don't even know Dylan, how old he is now, because it makes me feel very old even thinking about it. And Michelle came on board with me about a year and a half ago.
Is that my computer that froze?
I think Vicky's frozen. Can you hear me?
I hear you. It's me. It's me. I don't have the luck tonight. Do you hear me or no?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. So Michelle has an incredible story. She's helped so many people, and she's got a gift, definitely, and shares this with. One thing I love about Michelle is that she don't leave anybody out or judge anyone. She will share this with someone with a six-pack of abs and tell them about the program and the products, and she will share it with a 90-year-old lady if she has to. So I really wanted to get her on tonight because she's obsessed with the product and has a nice little team going as well. So Michelle, would you mind sharing your story with the team?
Sure. So like you, I saw somebody online, which was you, and I saw your pictures that you were losing weight and you felt healthy and you were actually getting healthy. And I'm 50 years old, and I'm better at 50 years old than I was at 25 years old. And I'm sure Vicki can vouch for that as well. I said, you know what, let me give it a try. I tried all these yo-yo dieting, Atkins, Biggest Loser. I mean, I tried everything. I'd lose within a week or two. I gained it back. But the bottom line is that I wasn't eating healthy. I was doing what I had to do just to lose the weight, and then I would go back to eating all the bad food. So in the end, that really wasn't what it's supposed to be. So I gave the program a try, and I'm down 27 pounds and 29 inches. My general practitioner told me whatever I'm doing to keep doing because my blood work is absolutely amazing. I am much healthier now than I was when I was 25. In my first month, I started in April. So in June, we had the June boom or something like that. And I enrolled 9 people. I shared my story, and I literally just shared exactly what I'm sharing with everybody here, how I love the product. How every time we got a new flavor, I would go live and I would show everybody how I genuinely liked it. I made the shake, I opened it up in front of everybody, and it was my first time with everybody being a first time. So it wasn't like I pre-planned it, I messed up, I hate going live, I get embarrassed, but I did it. I do. You know why? Because I feel more than anything, even the financial aspect of it, that I want to help people get healthy. Life is too short. I've lost many people in my life, like a lot of us have, and obesity is a major thing in this world. And, not only obesity, but being unhealthy. Like Vicki said, you can be 90 years old, and you could say, I eat healthy, I don't need the program. So I say, okay, you tell me what healthy is. Well, I eat whole wheat, and I eat diet this, and I eat sugar-free this. And I'm like, yeah, you're really not healthy. That's garbage. That really is all garbage. That's all processed. I tell my downline, if you can't read the ingredient on the label, then you can't ingest it. Bottom line, it should be peanuts and oil, or, olive oil, or it should be just not fructose and these 500 letter words and that you're putting in your body. Would you feed that to your kids? Some people do, not me. So, basically, I really want to help somebody, but in the interim, while helping people, I did gain some financial freedom from it. being a single mother of two older adults, one being handicapped, I was able to take my son and myself on a cruise for graduating college last year, all paid.
Yay.
Isagenix also paid for me to go to my first celebration last year, and my NYKO, and my celebration this year. And I even was able to extend celebration this year to have a mini vacation with it. So I'm excited. Most of all, I don't pay for my product anymore. My product pays for itself. And how does it pay for itself? Just by sharing my story, just by helping others feel the way I do. I wish at 25 I had this knowledge. I really do, because I would have done things a lot differently, I have to say. I would. Not that I didn't enjoy life, but I enjoy life the wrong way, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So,
Michelle, may I ask you a follow-up question? So your first month, you helped 9 people with no experience, nothing. What do you think was your most valuable tool? Aside from passion, because I hear passion and I hear courage and I hear just, you know what? Sometimes you don't really need a system when you speak from your heart. It's just sharing with someone what worked for you. So what do you think really was your biggest tool that helped you in the beginning?
well, I had 2. So when I first signed up with Vicki, she'll tell you, my brother passed away, my younger brother, of cancer. So I had a lot of obstacles in there. And he was overweight. So my tool was I needed to help other people that were like him, that he was beyond help at that point. But my motivation and my backup was really my team. My team really helped me. Vicki, I asked her millions of questions. She'll vouch for it. And she was very patient, even though she'd make fun of me at times, and that's fine. And I could be OCD, and I get it. But that's what helped me, and that's what got me through. And the knowledge, and I looked on videos, and I went over the comp plan, and even without the comp plan, I went over the ingredients and products. So this way, when people asked me what I was ingesting, I knew. So my motivation was my team and seeing how other people felt.
I love it. And I think it's important because I think a lot of people sit around waiting for the perfect moment and the perfect video and the perfect, you know, there's never going to be a perfect time. And I feel that when you do from what comes in your heart for the right reasons, you just can't, there's no right or wrong way to do it, you know?
I agree.
Yeah, and I think you certainly had the motivation between wanting to improve your health and seeing the results and having your brother pass away. I mean, it's amazing to see.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. But really, give everybody here credit. Angela, you, Vicki, my whole team really, without a good team, it's really hard. They really, really back you up, I have to tell you. I have friends, or I know people on other teams, they do not have what we have. And like you said, we're a family, and that family really does help you.
Yeah, 100%. And unlike most places, there's no dumb question. And because you were willing to ask her a million things and put yourself out there, now you've learned the knowledge and the skill set that you're now providing to some of your new people. And
yep,
when they
exactly.
ask you a million questions, you don't get mad at them.
I try, I have to say, I try, but I do. I always say, anytime, anywhere, text me, call me, message me, any questions. I'd rather you ask me than do it wrong. I'd rather you ask me than not know, because knowledge, as you said, is a major gift.
Yeah, I love it. Oh my gosh. Thank you for such a beautiful story.
Thank you, Michelle.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right, we got to speed it up just a little bit so we can get everyone in. So you're going to introduce Deb.
All right, really quick, I want to introduce Deborah, who's actually so far in my downline that I don't see her on my ISA pulse. Deborah is rocking and rolling. Angie, did you see her points for the Disney trip? She's like up there. This lady went to Celebration and is blowing it out of the water, signing up gym owners, you name it. She's talking to everybody. Deborah, do you know how to unmute? Or maybe Angela could unmute for you. Let's see.
It's not working on my end.
Do we get it? I think she's.
You hear me?
We hear you. I think Is she frozen or is it me?
She's frozen.
Okay, let's see. Deborah? Oh, boy. We could always come back, right?
Yeah, can you message her and ask her to call in from the phone line? Would that be
Okay.
better? This way she
Yeah.
can call in, and as soon as you see her number pop up, we'll go on.
Yeah, let's do that.
We'll come back to her. Okay, awesome. So I want to introduce, tell her to call from the phone line so we hear her loud and clear. She's got a great story, and I want people to be able to
Me
hear
too.
her.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm going to introduce Ed Golden. Ed Golden started, over 4 years ago. He's incredible. Him and his wife, Bessie, are doing this together. They lost a combined 75 pounds. They're very close to being the first millionaires on our team. And I don't know who's going to be crying harder, his mama or me. I'm just saying. So, Ed, share a little bit of your story with us.
Sure. You'll cry more. Bessie found you in a Facebook group, a Russian parents group. So we didn't know each other. We had no idea who Angela was, and we didn't even know she lived across the street. That's how crazy this is. But anyways, my wife came up to me. She said, "I want to try this program." I said, "I don't know what you're talking about. Leave me alone." I was sick of her trying to diet and all this other stuff that, from the weight that she lost with our first baby. So a couple of days after her asking me, she ran into the room and said, "I think I just made a big mistake." And I said, "What?" She said, "I gave this girl, Angela, my social security number." And I was, "For what? For trying to lose weight? Like, what is wrong with you?" And I got on the phone with Angela. And so, guys, I tell you this because you have it easy now. When we started, there was chocolate shakes, vanilla shakes, and we had to ask for social security numbers to enroll people. That was it. That's how we worked. So anyways, we went through this whole thing, got the products, put them into my body, woke up on day 5, and it was the first time in a year and a half I slept through the night. And it was amazing. I woke up, I told my wife, "I don't know what this stuff is. I really don't care what it is. Go to the store, buy some more so we don't ever run out." And obviously you can't do that. So, she said, "We'll talk to Angela." And then months went on, we were using the products, and I wanted to do a cleanse day, but I didn't have any Isodelites. So as I said, we found out Angela lives across the street, went over there to borrow some Isodelites. And guys, this is why you don't let friends cleanse without Isodelites. Went over, got some delights, and I asked her, "What are you doing?" It was right after she was congratulated for hitting 6 figures in 9 months. But I saw her on Facebook hanging out with her kids. She was at the park. She was playing on Facebook. She was doing all the stuff that I couldn't do because of my job. And she said, "Listen, there's systems and tools, to help you do whatever you want. If you want to make a couple $100 a week, great. If you want to quit your job, great. There's whatever you want to do, we can do." So I came home, told Bess that, "Listen, we're going to do this. If you can make $200 to $300 a week, it will help." And my wife thought I was crazy for a long time after that, but we did. I started sharing. We started enrolling people, and our first check was $24.50. So the money wasn't the motivator. The motivator was the people having transformations. These products work. And so the more people we put the products into, 1, the more money Isagenix sent us, 2, the more gratitude we were getting, and 3, the more fun we were having. And 12 months later, for those don't know, 12 months later, I quit my other job because we were making more money with Isagenix. And 6 months after that, we retired my wife from corporate America as well. So we supplemented our income. As Angela said, we've made, hold on, I'll give you the number, $936,000 with Isagenix. So yeah, we're close to our first 7 figures. And the reason I say that is because when I got a $24.50 check, Angela was on this crazy thing, "You're gonna be a 6-figure income earner." I was like, "You're nuts. If I can make $200 to $300 a week, it'll help." I hit 5-star in my first 18 months. And Angela's like, you're going to be a millionaire. I was like, shut up. Like, you know, it sounded great, but up here, it never registered. And if I can tell you guys anything, is let it register here, right? Because the faster it registers here that you will be an ISA millionaire, you will be a multiple 6-figure income, you can earn 7 figures a year in Isogenics. When you allow yourself to understand that, then that's when you really start going and growing. It's all up here, guys. We have the products, we have the tools, we have the systems, we have the comp plan. Everything is there for you. It's just in your head, mentally, and where you want it to, whatever you want to do with this. But the opportunity is amazing.
I'm so proud of you. And what I will say is that out of so many that I have coached and worked with, you've been one of the most coachable. If I was like, Ed, we're going on a plane and we're going to Texas, you were like, okay. If I was like, Ed, we have to go to this event and we need to get our team there, you were like, okay. And it makes me really happy that you and your wife have been able to move out of the city in Brooklyn, that you've now purchased your first home. And you know, it does take work, guys. This is called network marketing for a reason. But don't sleep on the fact that these are the best products. This is the best compensation plan that pays you to infinity. And he's 100% right. You've got to work on your own belief. You know, that's a really important part. You want to be good, or do you want to be the best? Because if you want to be the best, you've got to do the do. You've got to plug into the calls. You've got to get to the events. You've got to reach out to your leaders and say, hey, I need help. I'm having a bad week. And that's okay, because we're going to pick you up and love you and support you wherever you're at. So I'm just so proud of you and Bessie for everything that you guys have done. How many people do you have in your downline now?
Yesterday was right under 15,300 people.
It's amazing, guys. That's 15,000 people that have been blessed because him and his wife had the courage to say yes. That's huge, huge. So I know you have someone incredibly special that you wanted to introduce tonight. I don't believe that she's ever spoke on one of our team calls, so this is super exciting.
If you guys can't figure out who it is, if you look at your screen, the one that looks really freaking nervous right now, that's who it is. So this story is actually funny. I gotta kind of tell it. So Ashley Kennedy, raise your hand. There you are. So before she was actually enrolled, and she was enrolled by Tammy Ellis, who was amazing, I did a 3-way call, I think it was on Zoom, with Robin, who enrolled Tammy. And this is how amazing all this is. And her husband, Jose. And I got off that call and I'm like, these people want absolutely nothing to do with Isogenics. Like, they're like, literally, you know, when you have a conversation with someone and you know it's just not going well, that was the conversation. I was like, oh, well, you know, I told Rob, I was like, hopefully they'll jump on. If not, but anyways, they did. And they jumped in, like, foot forward, head forward, like, amazing. Ashley is one of the top point leaders in Disney, Dash to Disney right now. And it's simply amazing. And I see one of her rock stars, Lori, on the phone as well. So, who just finished with 30 days and has amazing results. So Ashley, I'll let you speak. Tell us how you got started and why you guys came in here.
And huge congratulations on hitting your second leadership advancement. You just hit manager.
Yes, she's a crystal manager as well.
Am I still red?
You're good.
No, well, Ed is spot on. When my husband has his own business, so he knows the kind of business side of things. So he's, you know, I'm always a health person. I played soccer at University of Maryland, so I'm coming on. I want to speak on behalf of kind of the athletic performance side as well. My circle that I'm in now, I was a stay-at-home mom. I resigned from college coaching at a Division I program. And now I'm just, again, stay-at-home mom, and I'm with a high school program and a club soccer program in the area. And And so as far as the Isagenix, I mean, for me, my goal and my husband's goal was to see, because he is a businessman, and I didn't really know and understand, nor do I still, and I'm still so much learning the process of it, the business side of it. But I mean, I kind of went into it just wanting to try the products, and I genuinely loved them. They were very good. You know, and then when I started to really see, like my first 30, I lost 22 pounds. And I was already pretty small. I started at 165. I'm down now. I fluctuate between 140 and 142. So I hit my goal. My goal weight was, you know, between 140 and 145. So as far as, you know, for me, you know, Tammy at one point was like, you got to start posting. Like, you got to start posting. I said, I just want to do the product first. I want to make sure it's real, it's right, so that I can promote it the way that I want to and help the people that are closest to me. I have a really strong athletic circle. So because I have credibility with my words, I wanted to make sure that it works. So, you know, starting now here on this point, I told Tammy, I said, I'll post. I started end of June, and I went to July, and I had August preseason for soccer. And I said, I promise you, I probably will get 3 or 4 parents once I go, because I've lost 22 pounds and they won't even recognize me. So as soon as that happens, preseason kicks off. I had 3 enrollments with my high school parents within that like 2-week time frame. So that was pretty cool. And then Lori, who is one of my really, really good friends, we coached soccer together. She actually coached me at Maryland back in the day. Outdating myself a little bit, and her. But she's like the craziest. If you saw her pictures or before and after, she's like ripped already. But anyway, she came over to my house to go swimming, and she was like, holy crap, what the hell happened to you? You look so good. And she just, right away, she's impulsive. She just went on the products and wanted to do it. So that was like within that 2 weeks, that was 4 people that I had in my circle. And I think what the biggest thing from my high school parents saw was, one, my energy, which I have a lot of energy, but I think obviously the way that I looked. But the one thing that the biggest thing I took away is the way that I felt. So when I started to talk to them about it, the biggest thing for them is that they've done the diets, they've done this, that, and the other. And, you know, that for me was, you know, how I started to communicate everything. So, and then on flip side of that, separate from high school, moving to club soccer. Lori, I coach club soccer with, but we also have our director of coaching, who's already a health and nutrition specialist. She's on the products now with her daughter. So it just kind of started happening full circle. Like, she saw the dramatic difference in me, you know, and she's just now on a point where she wanted to do the products because they're credible. They work. There's no lying behind it. And the one thing that I wanted to take away from just me speaking, I want to be short, is we all have different body types. We're all going to lose weight differently. And the one thing that I kept telling Lori, probably was a little bit, sorry, Lori, frustrating to deal with at times. But at the same time, we got to a place where we talked every day. I texted her every day. She's like, I'm not losing weight. But I said, but you are. And then I had Ed get on a phone conversation with her. And he was like, well, how many inches are you losing? So she started losing significant inches, and you can really tell by her pictures. And that's the one thing when I talk to parents or people that are doing it, we're in such a athletic world that we sometimes forget about how the nutritional value and the content that we have on the go and stuff like that. But we all have different body types and adjust differently with things. But at the same time, as even us as coaches, we still need that honesty when it comes to putting the right things in us, not even for ourselves, but for our family and our kids. Those high school kids, the club kids that were around, we're their mentors in that regard. So it's really like, for me, I wanted to be a better version to them that I could be. And that was another reason why I wanted to do this and do it right. So.
Yeah, and as a coach, it must feel wonderful that you get to impact people, not just on the field, but off the field as well.
Yeah.
I love that you stress the fact that, look, I was an athlete and I even, someone like me still lost 22 pounds. And you're 100% right. I think that a lot of people are so focused on fitting into their skinny jeans that they don't look at other factors, their energy level, how you wake up, how you feel, are you playing all out? Because for so many of us, this program, these products have not just changed the label on the back of your jeans, but they've changed everything. Health, mental clarity, energy, waking up, just feeling like, I feel like I can think better. I think clearer. I feel like my brain is more on point. And I've done a lot of programs and, the pounds have gone down, never like this, but I've never felt a difference the way I feel now. And I love that with our program that you can transition people, whether they're athletes or not, from the weight loss portion to the athletic portion to the maintenance portion, so that you can incorporate this healthy lifestyle, like you said, not just for yourself, but for your entire family. It's not like you and Lori were eating at McDonald's. I think just being busy women, you just don't have an opportunity to meal prep the way you did when you were 19. It's, time is of the essence. And people are looking for things that are simple, easy, convenient, but healthy. That's got to be a number one. And there's no drive-through that you can go to get something healthy like this that really provides your body with the best nutrition. So I love that you're impacting the entire soccer world.
Thanks.
Yeah. So what would you say to new people that are just starting out, on their health journey, on their wealth journey? Because, you were someone who came on for the products, not necessarily to make money, but here you are making money. It's hard not to share, like if I bought like a new hair shampoo, maybe people would notice, maybe people wouldn't. But like you said, I walked onto that field 22 pounds lighter. My energy was through the roof. People were asking me about it, right? So what would you say to people that are starting with their physical and financial well-being? What advice would you give?
Yeah, I think for me, doing a lot of the family videos on like the Wellness Wednesdays, making posts, talking people up. Ed was really adamant about making sure, like I have 12 people under me now. Now my next goal is to build consultants. So within the past month and a half, I've gotten 12 people under me. Now it's just building the consultant part. So I would say is just, keep talking about the product. For me, like I'm very honest when it comes to people that I care about. Like it's hard for me to reach out to some random person, but I'm going to get there eventually. But, I just have a lot of people around me that I do care about. So I think just, again, talking about, I just had a game 2 days ago and the Baltimore Sun Post just asked me, what are you doing? I want to get on it. I'm like, cool. All right. So again, I think it just, for me, it's been posting a lot. It's been sharing my videos, especially with my kids. I think it's important to see that, I could post a quote, but some people won't really read into it. Whereas I'm posting more family stuff and people are like, wow, you're really invested in this and it's really working. So that for me has been something that has been really good. And then, like I said, I've continued to start to do better following up with people, making sure that my leadership gives the people below me the confidence to also do and believe in the system and how it works. Because originally, like I wasn't going into this as doing a business, but I just kind of like took the wind for its sails and just have been moving forward. So again, like empowering Lori, Tammy's empowered me a lot. With things that I should be doing. I'm investing more time on the Zoom calls when I can. So I would say those are the biggest thing, is just keep the positive promotion going. And, if you've got kids, or you can do something together at night and do like a meal prep, posting that. That way people can get a little bit more intimate, involved in your life and know that you're doing things healthily and it's fun. You can make it fun. And I think that fun piece is important as well, because some people think, oh, shakes, I'm going to die. It's miserable, but it's really not miserable at all. You're actually eating a pretty good amount. So.
Awesome. Thank you so much for sharing. I think that's super helpful. And I love all these different stories and people from different lifestyles and different perspectives. And you're right, Ed, it really should be fun. And it really is about teamwork and culture and community. And I think that the people that are the most successful here are the ones that are building a team. I want to highlight Stephen Coleman because this guy is amazing. He's not scheduled to speak on the call tonight, but I think I would be doing you guys a disservice if I didn't briefly just mention him. This is someone who works, there he is, he works on the tracks. He works for, I guess in New York we call it the MTA. But Stephen is a full-time track worker. He does heavy physical labor. He is out there in the sun, you know, all temperatures. And it really started with him and his journey and his weight loss. And this is his second go around with Isagenix. And this time he just has made such an impact. He does this in the pockets of his life. He hit executive. He earned an amazing trip with me in Jersey. He's going to earn the dash to Disney. He's almost at 7,000 points. He's helped his papa lose close to 100 pounds. And he's built such a massive community around. And, you know, this is not just a place for people who have gone from fat to thin. This is not just a place, you know, predominantly for women who sell like Tupperware. This is for anyone and everyone. So Stephen, would you just share like a quick 30-second story? Because I do want people to have a well-rounded view of what we do.
Yeah, sure. I'd love it. I got back on Isagenix. I had a knee injury a couple of years ago, and I put on weight pretty quickly. I was just getting tired with myself. I couldn't even, you know, bend over and put my boots on to go to work without, you know, being out of breath. And I couldn't take it anymore. So I called up Ellen, who signed me up 3 years prior. I did it for a month, and I said, look, you know I didn't jump in the business side of it, but, you know, if I get good results this time, you know, maybe I'll try to run with it. And I did my first 30 days and lost like 28 pounds. And I was like, all right, it's the real deal. It's working again. And I got my dad signed up and a few other people. And it just took off from there. It really is about the stories that you hear, you know, every other day that I wake up and I'm like, someone else has said, like today I got a guy that texted me and said he was down 28 pounds in 2.5 weeks. I mean, that's what keeps me going. It's not all about the money. I like the free trips that I win. That's pretty cool. Going to Nashville for Celebration was amazing. But it's definitely the stories. That's what keeps me going. I've been doing it since January, business-wise. I've personally signed up, I think, like 72 people now. The downline's at 190, which is crazy.
How much cash?
Over 10,000. And it could have been more than that if I stopped working 70 to 80 hours a week at Metro and really did.
He does this in the pockets of his time, and I actually wrote a letter of recommendation to his health and wellness office at his transit job, commending him for all the lives that he's changed, because they're not getting better numbers. If the people aren't working better and harder because of everyone that you've assisted, you've helped these men lose over 500 pounds. So I know that Metro is getting some damn good results now because
yeah, just the Metro guys alone, I mean, everybody drops 30 pounds in a month. And then, I mean, I had a guy that it took me 12 times to get him to sign up, and he's been on the product since March and is down over 80 pounds. And his goal was to hit 50. And I was like, dude, you're going to hit 50 in 2 months. And he hit 52 pounds in 60 days. And every time I see him, he thanks me that I changed his life. He's in jeans that he hasn't worn in 10 years.
Yeah.
So it really is amazing and what these products can do.
Yeah, and what's more amazing is that regardless of your job, regardless of what you do, anyone can be a success with Isagenix. I really firmly believe that if you want it, I will see each and every one of you walking across that stage as a six-figure income earner. I have no doubt that you will be there, Stephen.
I'm gonna try.
You're doing it. You're doing the try. Thank you for sharing that with us.
Thanks for having me on.
We have a few more people. I'm going to ask you guys if you can keep it. I'm not going to talk anymore. I'm going to ask you if you can each keep it at 5 minutes or less, because we still have 4 more people to highlight, and I want to be done by 10:30 to be respectful of your time. So Ashley, let's do a quick 30-second share. Talk to me about how you got here, what your results are, how you've done financially, and what your goals are for the future.
Okay. So I, always struggled with my weight and body image. But I guess after I got married and had kids, that's really when I saw a big change in my body, and it was hard, to lose the weight. So I did try different things like Weight Watchers, and I actually tried Beachbody. And those things really just didn't work for me, or it didn't give me the results that I really needed. And then I was in a car accident in November, and that had put a damper on my life. It was like an injury without a cast. I was in pain, but you didn't know that I was in pain. And I'm a mom of 5, so life is crazy and hectic, and my husband is the only one working. I still had, even though I was, suffering, I still had to take care of everything at home. And I fell into a depression, and I gained like 22 pounds in 2 months. And this is on top of somebody who has already been overweight. So I knew I needed to do something. So that's when I reached out to Angela. I had met her because in an anti-bullying group that she started, because her daughter was being bullied. And I have a special needs son who struggles in school also. So we connected there, and I invited her daughter to be in a fashion show fundraiser that I run every year. And I saw what she was doing on Facebook, losing weight, feeling great, so positive, and had a great outlook on life. And that's what I needed. I mean, I was in a depression. I was overweight. I was unhealthy. And when I reached out to her about it, she got me started, and I lost 8 pounds in my first week, and I was desperate for a weight loss solution, but here I am 3 months in, 33 pounds down, and it really feels like the weight loss is a bonus. The energy that I have, the positive outlook that I have on life, the hope and inspiration that I find every day through watching these wonderful people is really what has helped me. And I don't know, I felt like I could do this. If other people are doing this and they love these products, I love them just as much. Why can't I share it with everybody? And why can't I make a little income? We have 5 kids. My husband works like a dog. And I would just love to help him. I would love to really help him support our family. So.
And you absolutely are doing that, and you've made a few $1,000s, and it's just beginning for you, Ash.
Yeah.
Yeah. So where do you see yourself going? What's your ISA future hold for you?
I mean, I have told people that I'm going to be a millionaire. I have literally, I told my cousin Brianna, she might be the only one so far in my family that I've told, but I'm like, I'm going to be a millionaire at this company. You watch. So she's like, okay, I'm going to watch you. I'm rooting for you. So I'm like, okay, thanks. But, my family has never been to Disney. We have 5 kids. It's out of the question for us. As far as affordability goes. And it's been something that my kids have always wanted to do. And when Isagenix announced that they were doing this this Dash to Disney campaign, I was like, this is really a sign from God. So I'm gunning for it. I'm doing the best I can. I'm working all the time, and just hoping to share with other people what I found, and helping them see that they're worth it, that they can do it, and that I can help them, and I'll be here for them.
I love it. I love it. I'm so proud of you. Such a great story. And I tell you, a mom of 5, she's such a go-giver. She's always so busy taking care of everyone else. This totally goes in line with everything you are and everything you do. And it really lights me up to see ordinary people doing extraordinary things. You know, I don't know, that like a metro worker, a mom of five, like that gets me excited. So awesome. Thank you for sharing, Ash.
Thank you so much.
Okay, so Sophia, quick 30-second story, and then you introduce your guest. We have 3 more people. We're going to get to Deb.
Hey, thank you so much, Angela, for inviting me this tonight. Well, I'm going to be quick. I started this thing a little bit over 4 years ago, and to be honest with you guys, even though I had about 20 pounds that I could let go, I wasn't going to miss them. It wasn't the 20 pounds. It was my health. I was pretty much at the end of my rope, and I wasn't having any answers from my doctors or anything. They just kept putting me on medicine on top of medicine. And the more medicine I took, the worse I felt. Literally thought that I was dying and I wasn't going to see my kids grow up and get married and all these beautiful things because I was feeling so terrible. And we can't say that this cures or prevents anything. It's just nutrition. But boy, does good nutrition make a difference in your health. And it did. And at the end of my first 30 days, I had lost 19 pounds and I was feeling totally like a different woman. I mean, I didn't remember when I was feeling that way and when I was able to do the things I was doing then at that moment. With this, and because I love this product so much, I started talking. And even though I live in the middle of nowhere and practically had no friends because I've been a stay-at-home mom from forever since my kids were practically born, I used Facebook and I started meeting all these people that I had never met and never talked to, and they all believed me and they all were inspired by my story, and all these people started coming along with me. Well, that also allowed me to bring my husband home, which was living out of his truck. For 17 years, my husband was on the road and lost so many beautiful moments of his family life because he had to provide for us. I've been just staying home with my kids. So Isagenix not only gave me my life back, but also give me this financial opportunity that made me bring my husband home and take him away from living out of a truck for 17 years that he did that. So that's my story. That's why I have this product so close to my heart, because not only the financial part, but they gave me my life back. So I want to introduce Tara. Tara is a beautiful girl, and Tara was kind of doing this in the shadow a couple of years ago. I was helping her sister, and Tara was the one that was being helped by her sister. They never wanted to talk to me. She was never said a word. She never posted anything. And then about 2 years later, I see this post on our group saying that she needed help. And I was like, Tara. So I got a hold of her. We talked, and she started. And boy, she had amazing results right away the first week. And she started also sharing, and she has changed so many lives already. She's also running for Disney, and we're going together. So Tara, share with us your quick story.
Hi. Okay, so I'm not your usual story. I'll try and make it quick. Before I reached out on Facebook that day, my mother took me birthday shopping because I was a stay-at-home mom slob who wore rags and didn't get myself ready, didn't do anything. I didn't get dressed. I didn't do my hair. I was a stay-at-home mom slob, always putting myself last, and I had no clothes that fit. So my mother came over and said, "It's your birthday. Let's get you some clothes." So we went to Kohl's. 10 minutes in, I looked in a three-way mirror trying on a shirt, and I cried. I literally tried to leave the store. So later on, I get home. I tell my husband, I'm buying myself a birthday present. I'm going to start Isagenix again. I need to do it. Like, I don't know why I've been putting it off. I have to do it. It's time. So I text all my friends. Nobody was active anymore. Nobody did it. I didn't know anybody. So I reached out to Facebook, found Sophia. I'm in a few Isagenix groups. I typed the word team And I'm like, okay, I think this is the one that my sister's coach was in. So I found her because I kept using the PH instead of the F, so it wasn't popping up. But anyway, I found her. And I said, what's new with Isagenix? What's the belly buster? I need it now. Like, I need it yesterday. Because I knew about it. I worked in a health club for several years. I've seen it work 100 times. I've seen it work on hundreds of employees, coworkers. I knew about it. I've seen it side by side next to so many other health like plans, diets, fitness routines, whatever, and everybody ended up on Isagenix because it was the best. So then here we are today. I lost my weight super quick, like in the blink of an eye, while enjoying my summer, while still barbecuing, while still having a drink here and there. And I'm much better for it now. My energy's through the roof. I keep up with my kids. I do my hair. I do my makeup. I feel good about myself. I enjoy shopping again, which is wonderful. And I truly believe that once you get all of the crap, all of the toxins, all of the junk out of your body, that this is how you're supposed to feel. And this is how I want to feel forever. So I'm going to.
How much are you down, Tara?
30, like maybe 31, maybe 32.
Awesome. And I noticed through the reports today that you were one of our top enrollers during the summer.
Yeah, I was like so surprised to see that.
Awesome.
I don't keep track of things the way I should. I really don't. So when you post these things, I'm like, ooh, I'm doing okay. I'm doing good with Disney.
You totally should. It's your business. So you're making a little bit of cash. You've helped about 9 people get started.
Yes.
I think it's more than that now. And what are your goals?
My goals, I just did math and I realized that over the last, like, I think I've made about $3,000 so far, just kind of tiptoeing in.
That's not bad. That's about $1,000 for every 10 pounds you've lost.
Yeah. and $200 a week, which for me, I'm like, wow, that's amazing.
Yeah.
That's really amazing.
So what's your long-term goal?
My long-term goal is to keep it up. I want to become a millionaire. Maybe not now, maybe not next year, but I want to.
Yeah, awesome. Average millionaire takes about 4 years.
I want to be it in 4 years.
Yeah, so hit the pedal to the metal. But that's amazing. That's amazing. You're feeling good. You're feeling like your old self. Shopping isn't dreadful. And you're a better mom to your son, which is very important.
I can keep up with them now. Yes. I want to take them out. I want to be in pictures with them. Yeah. I want to do fun things and take nice pictures.
Yeah.
It's a beautiful feeling.
Not a lot to ask for, but it's something people who don't understand, you may take something so small for granted. Yeah, awesome. So we're super, super proud of you. I think this is everyone. I'm going to try to go back to Deborah. She has a super story. This is going to be our last testimony tonight. But I hope that we can do these team calls and these testimony calls at least once a month. Every Sunday night is a systems call. And if you can plug yourself, your team will be there. If you can get yourself to events, your team will be there. It's the most important thing that you can do to grow yourself and grow your team. Without these calls, without the culture, without the events, it doesn't happen. I've never, ever seen a successful person who doesn't plug into calls or doesn't plug into events. Like Ed and I and Vicki and Sophia, we'll be here on every call, whether you're here or not. We're just giving you guys the secret sauce. If you want to make magic happen, you've got to plug in. Please, it doesn't cost us anything if you don't get to these events. But if you do, we get to watch you grow and unfold and, tenfold. I remember our first ISA University, I said to Ed, we've got to get to this event. And, if you guys know Ed and how he talks, he said the event is stupid and there's no reason for him to go. And I'm quoting him. I'm not even just being generous. Like he said the events are stupid and he didn't want to. And I made him go. And he and I mean, whatever we paid for the ticket, I literally dragged my first 15 people to this event. And we walked out of there like our mouths dropped to the floor because there was so much knowledge, so much inspiration, so much, like we were lit up and we wanted to go home and pour it back into our team. You know, if nothing challenges you, nothing is going to change you. And how the hell do you want to inspire people to make a difference if you're going to be stuck the same old person? This tribe encourages us to grow, right, Tara? Don't you want to be better for the 10 people that you've brought in? I mean, you want to shop.
Absolutely.
Yeah, you want to learn and you want to be able to give so much back to them. You know, like Ashley and the team that she's brought on, my God, she wants to be the best person that she can be for her people. Super, super important. Please get there. We're posting these calls all the time. We're posting the events on Isagenix events. So without any further ado, let me introduce Deborah Mercora. Vicky's voice is shot. Deb is amazing. She's always posting. She's so inspirational. I hope we get a good connection tonight. Deb, can you hear me?
Yes, I hear you.
Hello. We hear you.
Hi.
Hello. It sounds like a Seinfeld episode. There is a lot of static and kickback. Are you on your phone and your computer?
Hold on. So, is that you? Or is that me?
That's you. I wish you can call her. Vic, can you call her on a three-way and just throw her on speaker? Can you hear me now, Deb?
I hear you.
There's so much static, we're not going to be able to hear you. Vic, do you want to call her on the telephone and put her on speaker? Because I would hate for her to miss an opportunity to share her beautiful story.
I need her number from Danielle. I always just Facebook her.
Danielle, can you call her on three-way? And maybe put her on speaker so she can talk?
I could try. Hold on, let me see if I can do this.
Let's see.
Or we could save it for next time. Worst case.
It's up to you. We're 4 minutes behind. I just didn't want to keep everybody on board. But I know she has such a special story. She's an amazing mom. She has a son who she's always doing for, trying to keep up with. And Deb has lost over 50 pounds now. And she's helping so many people, so many friends. Let's see. Deb, do you have Danielle's phone number? Right, let's see. Can you hear me now?
Danielle's.
I'm trying to unmute Danielle. All right, let's gotta give it a chance.
Okay.
It sounds like, yeah, like there's music.
I feel like there's like a double connection. Hold on.
I'm gonna mute everyone else out, and then Dan, okay, she's muted. And now try to mute yourself. Or maybe I could do Facebook Live with her. What a bummer. Vic, what do you want to do? Should we just do a Facebook Live and we interview her?
Yeah, I think we should do something like that because I see it is getting late and I really do want everyone to hear her story. It's a little different. And I think she could definitely share some of her knowledge with you guys. So I would love if she would do a Facebook Live with you, Ange, or me or Danielle.
Awesome. Deb, would that be okay if I interview you for a Facebook Live? Maybe we'll have a better... Okay. All right, guys. Well, thank you all so much for plugging in. I hope these testimonies touched your heart. They touch ours every day. And if you're here and you're helping people and you're an ISA coach and you're doing this in the pockets of your life, just know that you're not doing this in vain. The person who you tell might wind up being another Ed Golden, another Victoria Brunetti, another Stephen Coleman. You know, the person who told me about this program, I started with a 9-day. I didn't want to give my social security number. I was a difficult client. I didn't poop for the first 2 weeks of the program, and I complained every day. Not everybody has a smooth journey all the way up to the top, but you know, it's the glory that you don't often see. You know, it's all the hard work. I think of that young tennis player, Naomi. Do you guys know her? Naomi Osaka, the U.S. Open. You know, she didn't just come and win the U.S. Open. She's been playing since she's 4 years old. So don't beat yourself up if you're not an overnight success. Don't beat yourself up if somebody returns a box or tells you you're a crummy coach. Just wake up every day and keep pouring into people and keep doing the best you can. And all it takes is for one person. You hit that one person, you know, because my coach had the courage to share and somebody connected me with her. There's 28,000 of us. You could find that next person. You can be that next person that brings on another 50,000 people. You know, you're definitely in the right place with the right company, and we just love you so much. And I'm so thankful for the people that have been here for 4 years, Sophia, Vicky, Ed, and Danielle. You know, just so grateful for your leadership and all that you do for so many of us. And to the newbies, Ashley, Steven, oh my God, rocking the team. You guys are just doing amazing. So keep it up. You know, we're here to support you any way that we can. So have an amazing week, guys. Thank you for all you do.